Friday. I'm here with another little stretch just to get the hamstrings moving. So you're going to want a band. If you are very flexible and you can grab your foot lying down up above your head without a problem, then you might not need a band. It is, however, better to just have a band. It just gives you a little bit more room to work with. So have a band, something that you can grip onto quite nicely, even a towel, like literally anything that just allows you to assist in grabbing your foot. So we've got us lying down here. We're going to think about grabbing the leg, and we're going to do some sort of passive stretching into active stretching, and we always know that that combination is great for us. We don't want to just hang into a stretch, but we don't always want to be super active in a stretch either, in the sense of you want a nice little combo. So we're lying down, we've got our band in our foot, on our foot, around our foot, and we are lying down. For now, this leg is super relaxed and straight. This leg is straight, and we want to think about, first of all, just pulling it in towards you, making sure that the knee stays locked out. So we don't want even just like this micro little bend. You want to make sure that it's properly locked out. Flex the quad to make sure. From there onwards, we can play around with some variations of pointing and flexing. That flex gets really nicely into the calves and runs down into those hamstrings. So you can play around with sort of warming up and being here, pointing and flexing, and then as we start getting warmer, we move closer, we point and flex, and then as we get closer, we can point and flex. So moving through that nice flexion and extension of the foot. From there onwards, it's really nice to play around with this combination of bending and then straightening. So I know what I just said, you don't want to bend the leg, but if you're purposely bending and then extending, it allows you to just get a little bit more range of motion in. So you can play with, let the leg be sort of at extension, we rest here, from there onwards we bend, we pull it in a little bit towards us, and then can we extend. You notice that I can get a little bit more room in. From there onwards we bend, and then we think about pulling it in and then extending. Slowly but surely getting a little bit more room in. From there onwards, you can take the band away and make it a very active stretch. I know that stretch was very previously active as well. Where active meaning you're sort of moving through it, the leg is obviously quite active, and you're moving through active positions as well. A passive stretch, just to double check that we're all on the same page, a passive stretch would just be here and we're just holding. There's no particular activation in the sense of we don't need to move, there doesn't need to be dynamic, and we don't really need this leg to be at tension for us to feel a stretch. I can feel that my hamstring is stretching without me having to pull it and flex it and point it and do sorts of other things. So just so we know that there is a difference between active and passive. From there onwards, we can take the leg away. Without holding it, I'm actively trying to keep it there. I can think about pulses, I can think about doing the exact same thing of bending and pressing. I can hold it here, in the sense of, like I said, I'm not holding it there myself. I have to actively really try to pull it in. From there onwards, I can do the same thing of flexing and extending. I want to show you one more, but this could also just lead into a whole nother stretch of thinking about doing the exact same thing, but then on your side. So it goes a little bit more into the hips, but it's really nice to think about doing the exact same thing. So now I'm on my side, I don't want to sink into the shoulder, I want to try press the shoulder away and stay nice and active in this position, and then do the same thing. Can I hold? Can I bend and flex? Can I bend in and straighten? Can I do leg swings? So between those two of being completely on your back and doing all of that jazz, and then being on your side and doing all of that jazz, we can think about warming up. This is just a gateway when I'm talking. Just the whole world needs to pass this camera. And they did so slyly. They're like, I'm getting my 5 minutes of motion in here. So you want to make sure that you're getting those two movements and passive coming in to allow you to just get a really nice warm hamstring. I'll show you one more, and this is a great one for some splits. So we grab the band again, we think about getting it back into this position. Now I'm here, this can be seen as a really passive stretch. From here onwards I can make it a really nice active stretch. I pull in, I lift my chest off the floor, and then as I pull my chest off the floor, I want to think about this leg pulling up with me. I then relax it down, and I pull 1, 2, 3, and so on and so on. That's also a really nice one. Like I said, always guys, it's very difficult to just isolate one muscle. So very often in a stretch like that, you might feel hips as well. That could just be your tight spot of the body. These stretches are very much dedicated to warming up the hamstrings, but hamstrings are obviously connected to other muscles in itself. So if you feel quads, if you feel hips, if you feel glutes, that's great. Those are just the other muscles that are warming up and stretching as well. I hope this makes sense, guys. Always happy to help. Please pop me a message if you really feel like something's not feeling right, or you wanting something else, or you having a problem with the specific stretch that I'm thinking about. We can always chat. I can always help you where needs be. Have an awesome Friday, guys. Bye.